and in about 1998, I finished my studies in Mohawk College, and I left in a dramatic way. At least I thought it was dramatic, but nobody was really paying attention. I rode away on my bicycle. And I did a lot of touring across North America, and I wrote some songs about it. This is one of them. It's called Ain't Got Nothing But Plenty of Time. We don't know this road we ride on. We don't barely know ourselves. Don't take nothing for granted. We don't take nothing from no one else. The kids we were when we were younger rode the years like cigarettes. She kept her dreams in her back pocket. I thought I lost my own stupid racetrack then. She is kind, what's her mad? Ain't got nothing but plenty of time. Spent a while in Minnesota, Trigo mine on Everest. We found an old friend in a malt shop in a junkyard. We caught the fever and headed west. The Rocky Mountains broke her ankle. Lake Louise broke her fall. We watched the seasons change. Canada, you know it don't get much better than this at all. She is kind, what's her and mine? Ain't got nothing but plenty of time. Thunder right outside the foothills. Felt like something in us died. Why'd they have to go and clear cut anyway? She cried. You don't wanna pick on no one twice your size. My old man lives out on the island. Apples, berries, pie and jam. We had our fills, me and Jill rolled down a hill to find some work for the winter months ahead. She is kind, what's her and mine? Ain't got nothing but plenty of time. I'd like to correct a couple of inaccuracies actually in the storytelling tonight. First, I'd like to correct the inaccuracy of my B string. Whew, that gave you some relief, didn't it? Whoever the guitar player is in that section over there is like, thank God. I thought he was never going to learn to tune that guitar. So, inaccuracy number one. I respect his journalism, but Graham Rockingham is incorrect. I did not grow up in Westdale. I went to Westdale Secondary. I grew up on Hess Street. And I don't mean that figuratively, like my first gig ever in town was at the Lazy Flamingo Thursdays and Fridays, which it was. But I literally grew up on Hess Street. So inaccuracy one, corrected. Hopefully Graham's back there punching away at my Wikipedia, making sure that is updated. Inaccuracy number two, I did not ride out here on my bicycle in 1998. I realized that was in 2000. What I did was I flew out to Vancouver to meet my best friend who called me and said that he was dropping out of UBC and he's gonna ride his bike home. And I was like, wait, that sounds like an amazing idea. Let me book a plane ticket, buy a bicycle, and I'll come with you. Maybe we'll make it to Newfoundland. And an interesting thing happened to me on that bike tour. We got as far as Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, when I ran out of money. I didn't actually run out of money. What happened is my debit card, which is all I had at that time, stopped working. The magnetic strip on it got demagnetized, and I could no longer access my money. I had about $237 left to my name, but I could not access that $237 because my magnetic strip was demagnetized. And of course, when I called the bank to straighten it out, they said, well, yeah, sure, just come on down to the bank branch, 75 James Street South, Hamilton Teachers Credit Union. Show some ID, we'll get you a new one. I was like, I'm in Moose Jaw. I only have $5 left. So they said, sorry, that's all we can do. So what I did is I spent my last $5 on all-you-could-eat Pizza Hut buffet, which, for the record, is the right way to spend your last $5. Absolutely. And then my friend and I, my friend's like, well, if you don't have money, then I won't use my money either. And we're like, we can get by in this world. So we started, I look over at the side of the road, and there's a Gatorade bottle. Just someone had discarded there. Half full of Gatorade. Actually, it wasn't Gatorade. But this is a family event, so I'll stop there. But we found, I read the size, it's like in Saskatchewan, it's worth 10 cents. So anyway, by the time that we got to Regina, we had something like 600 cans and bottles strapped to our bicycles, and we were just fine after that. Till we got to Manitoba, where you only get 5 cents, but that's a whole nother story. I bored you long enough, so. The Northwest winters are cold and rainy. This old house up Beacon Hill, we raised them to be resourceful here in Hamilton, don't we? You know, there's days we want to roll out of here. When the weather clears, we probably will. We don't take nothing for granted. Don't take nothing from no one else. We don't know this road we ride.